What's up, everyone? Good to see you. I see Zara, Cody, Manny, Jack. What's up, Manny? Bruce in the house. Happy Monday, you guys. Great to have you here on our coaching call.
All right, how you doing?
Hey, hey, good to
Doing
see
good.
everyone. This is like week two, Alex, or week three of doing these
Yeah.
new coaching sessions.
Yeah,
Is
this
that
is
right?
yeah, this is only our well, so we started on a Friday. So this is number five, our fifth drop-in coaching session. We've had some great feedback. And I think as me and Will kind of find our groove with these, they're getting better and better. So I'm excited. I think today is going to be the most in-depth one yet. And we're going to focus specifically on showing off our life insurance bundle. Before we get started, Zara, Manny, Bruce, and Cody, if you could just drop in the chat where you're joining us from, like where in the US, and then what are the products you sell? Feel free to drop in like, as many as you want. I know most agents don't specifically sell just one product. If you do, that's awesome, but I'd love to hear everything that you are selling. It helps us cater the training to you.
Yeah. And let's hear as well. So, what is the product you're selling, and how long have you been with Agent CRM? We try to tailor these live coaching sessions a little bit more towards who is on this call. Now, I'm showing, hopefully, I can't see anything right now, Alex. Tell me I'm looking at YouTube right now.
Yeah, you're
Is
good. You're
that
good. Yep,
okay?
I see it.
Perfect. We've tried something new out. I'm hoping you guys are seeing a cool overlay and I'm not in the
Yep.
way of anything crucial. Zara's saying in Beaverton, final expense, IULs, annuities, business solutions, awesome.
Nice.
So we're trying to tailor these calls both to the questions as well as the products, as well as the experience level of those on this call. So we kind of bend and weave a little bit, but there are some questions that some of you are going to be asking. Many annuities to life insurance. Awesome, awesome. What we're trying to do is create long-term content that you guys can come back to, others can come back to. You can see, hopefully behind me here, that there is previous sessions available. So generating additional organic leads, that was one of our hottest ones yet. It's not
Yep.
climbed the ranks as much as some of our long-term content. Automate new insurance leads, that covers a workflow we're going to talk briefly about today, but all of this content is available for past replay. So we're trying not too much to repeat ourselves. If some of you are like, Will, on this session today, I want to learn about new leads, I'm going to tell you, hey, we've got a full session for that. Organic lead gen and new lead campaigns on the YouTube channel. Zara says organic leads was awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Hey, let's hear from those who were on there. Maybe I'll pick on you, Zara. One of the challenges was, hey, we want you guys to post something on your dang Facebook page. So Zara, I'm gonna see, and anyone else who joined as well. I'd love to hear just some feedback. I'm hoping that your calendar was flooded with appointments, but the challenge from the last session was you got to post something on Facebook to tell your audience, tell your friends, I do insurance, I'm available, and I'd love to help you. Because part of getting success is taking action. It's not just showing up to these calls, it's doing something, doing something, doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So check out the organic lead gen. Again, Zara says it was awesome, but also there was some action calls here. Mortgage protection, awesome. ACA, bit of Medicare from Bruce. Okay, so that's
Nice.
the recap there. There are lots of sessions available on youtube.com/@agent-crm. So let's throw that into the chat as well. If you guys are here live, if you're on YouTube, you're already on YouTube. But if you're live, click that link, set it aside, and you can binge watch some action sessions later. So Alex, back to you about what are we diving into today? Back on the CRM now. Let's get into it.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining our training session today. We are going to focus on the life insurance assets that we have inside of Agent CRM. And what we're going to do today is we're going to take a slow but thorough dive into Agent CRM and some of the specifics about what Agent CRM is capable of and how you can
Mhm.
use these assets with a maximum efficiency and optimization for your business. For some
Yeah.
of you that are watching this call, some of the things that we're going to talk about may be a little bit of a review. You're like, oh, I know what a workflow is. I know what a trigger is. Awesome. We're going to go thoroughly through this because at the end of this call, what I want you to really understand is the power that Agent CRM has, the different ways to access these tools and features inside of Agent CRM. Third, what we've built for you with the branding bundle. And I think you're going to see just how much thought has gone into making a very comprehensive
Yeah.
snapshot for you to use. And then fourth, the last but not least, I want you to see how you can start implementing these assets for your business. We're going to give you a couple how-tos. We're going to give you a how to use this for people who are currently clients of yours in your book of business. And we're going to talk about how to use these assets for people that are just their prospects. They haven't yet pulled the trigger, and we're going to show you what tools we have for you there.
Yeah. I will say as context, two things. Life insurance is the assets that we're going to review today, but we are going to be using what's called the branding bundles, which is a full suite of automations, emails, websites. Everything comes kind of in a box. You can see Alex on the right, left, whatever it is you guys are looking at.
Yeah.
It's a full suite of pre-made content, but we have a structure to make it so easy to navigate the system. So we're going to do life, but if you are final expense or annuities, I know some of you, Medicare, I see it's going to look the same. It's going to say something slightly different, but it's going to look the same. It's going to feel the same. The other thing I'll mention as we set up just the stage for this call is that we know from looking at form submissions, from looking at what you guys have shared, about 50% of our insurance agent users have never had a CRM before. So that is really informing what we create. These new calls for you guys are helping because we realize, and I say this almost on every call, all the tools in the world, it's great to have them, but if you can't use them, it's pointless. And as a past attempted entrepreneur, I can tell you I've tried CRMs a few times. And that's partly informed what we've created here, that it needs to be easier, 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 but there's still going to be a learning curve. And you guys watching these coaching calls is what's going to help you really make the most of this. You guys are winners. You guys are action takers. So I'll just blitz through the click and play stuff, Alex, and then you can walk us through the next step.
Awesome.
But if you are an Agent CRM user, you're going to go to click and play assets on the bottom left. That's where I am here. There's a full announcement video. This is a cool release we did last fall. But we've got your bundles here: Medicare, ACA, Life, Final Expense. You click import now, and it's going to suck that content into your account. It probably takes 2 minutes, maybe 3. If you guys do not see a bundle related to a product you want, please click on the bundle. This is like a voting system. It tells our developers what do we prioritize. If it's not on the list, request other, and list it, submit it. So that's where the content lives. You can bring into your account. But Alex, let's go to the system, and maybe starting with like an overview. What is Agent CRM capable of? And then we can dive into the assets themselves.
Yeah, so Agent CRM is a fully featured smart CRM built to help insurance agents with their sales and marketing. And I was so excited about Agent CRM when we first launched it over 4 years ago because I was running a full service marketing agency and we were duct taping like 7 different pieces of software together to get a campaign out the door. And if you've ever run a marketing campaign yourself and done your own marketing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We had a platform for email, a platform for text, a platform for funnels. It was crazy. So
Yeah.
Agent CRM has that all under one roof. And as a marketer, I've been in the marketing business for over a decade now. So this is like I've been doing this. I've been on the ground getting my hands dirty with insurance agents. One of the things I learned was that the customer journey for insurance agents is a little bit different than a customer journey for an e-commerce business or a coaching business. What you guys have to do and have to go through is different than what a lot of online marketers are going to talk about because you don't have control over price. There's really is no scarcity, right? Things like that. And then also with the regulations and compliance, there's just different things that you as insurance agents have to keep track of. So with to that end, what we built out is these branding bundles for each product, because what we want to do is help you create a roadmap for your prospects so that you know where they're at on the journey, right? We talk about we have a great YouTube replay for generating leads inside of the branding bundles. I'm not going to talk too much about that right now, but you can see the replay that we have up there. It's great. Go check that out. That was awesome. And then we talked about, okay, when the new lead comes in, now what do? We have the new lead campaign. But let's go through the life insurance. I want to show you how we organize this. Can you see the colors here? Isn't that awesome? So you have lead gen. Then we have a little purple dot for a new lead. And then if they don't schedule on your calendar within 14 days, they are then moved automatically into the nurturing campaign. Now, if they go from new lead and they jump on your appointment, amazing. They've gone even farther. They've leapfrogged the lead nurture sequence and they've now gone into the appointment scheduled. In the appointment scheduled, we have the workflows and sequences that we have found work really, really well to get people to show up to the appointment. For those of you that have been in the insurance day for game for more than one day, you have set an appointment and that person has ghosted you. So what do we do to get them to actually show up? Well, we got a great sequence in there for
Alex,
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna admit, I ghosted someone on Friday. I meant to talk with someone and I booked a call on their calendar. I'm usually so good. I use Google Calendar, but I did not get a text and I did not get an email. I actually need to email them and say, hey, I'm sorry, I did not show up. I ghosted you. But to be honest, I just forgot. And if it had sent me a text like an hour before, this was Friday. Like this is me, my bad. I can't organize my life. Or life just gets busy. Let's just be gracious towards people. Life gets busy, but emails and texts, that would have caused me to show up. 100%. I was available. I had stuff going on, but those text messages could have saved me on their calendar. And yeah, that's
a
my
real life story
confession
right
to
there.
you all.
Yeah. that stuff happens, right? Like, I had an appointment yesterday. It was a book launch party and I completely spaced it. No reminders, no nothing. So that stuff happens. But so
Hey,
we've got go ahead.
Yeah, let's so you can see what we're looking at here. We've got folders. You can see the folder icon and we're in the automation section. Now we're going to dive into, I actually want to show you the appointment one because we talked about this. I want to illustrate what even is a workflow. But as Alex has been talking about lead gen, new lead, lead nurture, etc., you can see number and flow. It is kind of the natural progression of a contact through your system. But when we're looking at these colors and numbers, know that whatever product you're in, this aligns with every asset in your account. So even though we're in the automation section, we'll explain what that is, what that does in a second. If I go into the marketing section, email templates, marketing email templates, you'll notice that these folders are all aligned. Now I've imported a bunch of bundles into here. So I've got kind of an overlap. Folders within folders within folders, that's still something that's coming, but you can see here that everything aligns. 2.0, purple, your product name, insurance, new lead, emails. So everything will align so you can find your way and dance around different aspects of the system. Even if I go into the opportunities, which we'll likely touch on later, that's pipelines, that's a visual way to track stages. It's all going to correspond. So for example, we'll go back into the automation kind of as a little side tour here. But if you guys are getting an appointment booked, they're going to get from the marketing email templates, they're going to get email one. And it looks a little bit ugly at first until I hit preview. And then it's going to pull all my branding in there. But you can see we've got reminder email content, email one, and then it's 3.0. So I'm just highlighting the number in color so you can see this. 3.0, life insurance email 1, 3.0, life insurance appointment reminder, email 2. It's just slightly different. Hey, it's coming up tomorrow. Hey, here's the date, here's the time. But if I go back into automations, and we'll explain what automations are, I'm going to go back into life insurance, 3.0 yellow. You can see it's the exact same structure. So appointment reminders 3.0. So you're not like, where is this thing? Where is that? Used to be that way. So this is an automation. This is a great, very, very basic, essential automation that everyone should be using. And this is how we encourage people show up for that appointment, remind people. Automations, we describe them like the brains of your system. And although there are many tools that Agent CRM provides you, one of the best values is that you can automate things so they can happen without you having to worry about them. All of this is going on in the background, and probably 95% of the system, you do not have to modify it. You do not have to adjust. You do not have to set up. You just need to use it. So just brief explanation here. Automations, there is always, in most cases, a trigger. What sets off the chain of events? So trigger, and then action. And everything is fully customizable here because we're focusing a little bit more on an introduction. We're not going to get too nerdy. I would love to do another nerdy session with you, Alex, and get in the weeds, get so deep in the weeds. But the point is trigger. You can see here, the trigger is appointment booked in life insurance calendar. When someone confirms in that calendar, we don't want to send them any more messages. We don't want to try to convert them anymore because we've converted them. So some of you after this call, maybe your learning opportunity, if you guys are taking notes or if you're creating some homework for yourself, some action steps, just pick a random workflow and just click on the actions and see. Move to appointment stage. Okay, so we're updating them in the stage. Okay, I think I understand that. Email. Oh, there's the email that we talked about. Okay, let's look at that email. Oh, there's the email we showed. Okay, great. Maybe you change some phrases. So you just click, kind of click. Oh, text message. Oh, it says attach a selfie. Let's just play around with that. Let's just attach. It's not the selfie, but let's just attach that. Save. Oh, okay. Wait 24 hours. Oh, this action is adding a wait step before. Oh, okay. So this is part of learning this system, is just easing into it, just clicking around, chilling out. Part of you learning the system is chilling out. Like some of you get on and you've signed up yesterday and you're frustrated you're not getting value today. It's like there's a learning curve, but part of it is just exploring, just clicking around. Okay, emails. But you can see here, back to the point of an automation, trigger, action, 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 action. This is kind of the bones. This is an essential. This is a great demo workflow here to see. And when we go back for a second, let's not save anything. We're going to go back out again. We're going to go back out again. And then you can see this is the folders. So we're out, and then we can kind of go into each workflow. There's a nurture sequence. Back out, we're foldering here, but every stage there's like rules, or there's like a brain behind that stage of the client or lead relationship. And most of this, as you can see from the appointments, it's all set up for you. So if you want to change the words, great. But in most cases, we're presenting this to you so that you can just get it set up, learn how to function in the system, watch the day in the life of an Agent CRM user to understand more what would your day-to-day look like. But we're kind of describing the power of the system in this video. So back to you, Alex. Hopefully that was helpful for those who are watching.
That's amazing. So looking at this, so we're in the workflows, we're going through the different automations, and I, like Will said, I highly recommend just kind of poking around and playing with it. Here's my asterisk. You do not need to be an expert in how these workflows operate. What I recommend doing is going through these workflows, giving it a quick skim, paying attention to the emails and texts that are written to make sure that they have your voice to it. Now, you may be like, I want to make sure that these are customized with my branding. Awesome. Inside of Agent CRM, we have made it so you can skip. You see how many emails we have for all these different things? That's a lot. There's a lot of different emails that we've written for you, and they're well written. They're written by, a professional copywriter. Some are written by ChatGPT. They've all been reviewed. They're all very well done. Here, you look at this branding, you're like, I got to update the logos on all 100 plus emails. No, not an Agent CRM. We've given you a shortcut. We've built a tool. I'm not aware of any other insurance CRM that has this tool. We call it the account customizer. In the customizer, you're going to fill out a form where you put your name, your profile photo, your logo, and then you select the different colors for your business. And then every single marketing asset is now updated. Your website is updated. Every email template that Will showed you is updated. Everything across the board. All of your links are now changed and ready to go.
Let me actually do a demo of that.
Yeah, please.
So just covering, I want to show you the website. We'll not talk about it too much. Again, we've got a full session on the website itself, but the point is you're getting a suite of business tools, and this is the gray branding, this is the beige, the logo. It all instantly customizes. So let's just go back again. I mean, some of you, again, just to highlight that these are all the tools you need in one software. Whereas before we would have things like ClickFunnels for this, some sort of power dialer system elsewhere, you duct tape it together. But what we're going to do here, just as a brief demo, customizer, fill in your details. I'm just going to do the branding today. You choose your file. Let's do Hurley's Insurance. Choose the file, click upload. There's my logo. I'm going to choose my brand colors. Now, it's close enough to these, but let's just do this here because I like showing this off. This is a website where you can just upload your logo or someone else's logo if you like their colors. Like, hey, I want those colors. We're going to do the same logo I just uploaded, and we're going to get the exact colors. So I click the color, click copy. Let's paste that. Brighter colors work great in CTA. Call to action. We want to draw attention. And there's some product placement there for you guys. Nice gray, 343434. That's the code that corresponds to the color. Copy it, jump back, paste it. And then let's click next. Last thing we'll do, personal info. Let's choose early. Upload. Boom. Always click upload after you choose the file, then click next. Last thing I'll do here is just punch in a NPN. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Punching that in. Now back to the website, I'll show you the email as well, but if you hit refresh, just like a magic trick, boom, there's that beautiful teal, whatever it is. There's the photo, 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42, nice. NPN. All the websites, all the emails have now been aligned. You can see the logo there on the bottom. And then if I go back to automations, go back to that new lead campaign. Boom, boom, email 1, edit. Looks ugly until you hit preview, and then there you go. So I think the strength of what we've presented, if we are to toot our own horn for just a little second, is that we've intentionally designed the assets, every asset, to be what we call customizer compatible, meaning that you can get your speed to value or speed to launch, speed to lead, whatever it is, you can get that much quicker because you don't have to go in and, oh my goodness, I got to add it to every single email. No, it's just one place. We've designed them to pair together, kind of this happy marriage of assets and accessibility. Same thing with the text. You can see here things. This is maybe another learning moment here. If we're going to talk about workflow or automation essentials, if you hear automation and workflow, same thing.
Yeah.
But this here on the right-hand side is called a custom value. Custom values, custom fields, kind of the same thing. I'm not going to get too deep into that at the moment. But the point is, this code will automatically pre-fill with their details. You can get really fancy with this. You can even copy their submission to a form. Like if they had a question that they answered, you could plunk that code into the script and it would look like you were really watching their information and you were personalizing it and you were like, hey, I saw you lived in this city. Like stuff like that gets really cool what you can do. But the point is all these automations are happening behind the scenes to nurture, to move people to action. Some of you, maybe you got on this call because you were moved to action through an email sequence or a text that was sent. But again and again, I am so amazed how automating things still creates a sense of connection to our users. I'll look in the conversation thread and I'll see a text that went out to one of you, and you reply and you're like, "Oh, Will, thanks so much." I didn't even know. I wasn't talking to you. The system was talking to you, but you felt a personal sense of connection. You felt like Will Winter was providing you top-notch service. So for some of you who feel like, oh, I'm the personal agent, like I'm hesitant, especially new users who aren't familiar with automations or CRMs. Part of you want to maintain connection to your contacts, to your clients. This does not do away with that. And in many cases, people actually feel more cared for, even if it is automated. And many of the times they're not even aware that these nurturing sequences are not manually texted. So anything you want to say about that, Alex?
No, that was you really summed it up well. The couple things to get away from this are one, what custom values are. So if you've never played around in a CRM, you're like, well, what is that? It's kind of like a cell on a spreadsheet, except we have access to all of the contacts information right in that SMS builder and email. It's like being able to access that spreadsheet cell of information. The other thing is that we have a ton of really cool things that you can plug in inside of a text or email that are not necessarily a part of what their contact is. And you can get, as Will was saying, you can make the emails and the text messages sound pretty cool. Like if you click on the little custom tag there, the custom values, you can see we have contact and user info, so you can pull that in. But check this out. You can even use, if you go back, you can use right now. And the right now is, you want to make it sound like you're talking to them today. You can say, hey, happy day. We'll say like happy Monday, right? And so it'll feel like, you're sending that message in that moment, welcoming them. It's little things like that that give a very personal, nice touch. I was talking to somebody, this was earlier this year, and he's from the South, and he loves ending all of his messages with like, have a blessed Tuesday, have a blessed Wednesday. Like it's just how he talks. I'm like, hey, great news. You can actually keep that personality in the text messages that you send. And so I was able to show him the right now custom value. He's like, that's perfect, because he did not want to lose his own personality, his tone of voice, even though he was setting up these systems to send out messages for him. And so there's little things like that that you can do at any point in time. If you're like, you know what, I have an idea. I want to send a message with, the day, and you forget how to find that. I want to take a quick sidetrack here, Will. There's a little blue button on the very bottom right of your screen. It's always there. It's always available. That's our 24 hours a day, 7 days a week live chat. You can click that and communicate with us. Ask us any question you want. My team is available to respond to you, usually within a minute. Sometimes you may have to wait as long as 3 minutes if we're really busy. But if you've got a question, you're like, how do I do that again? start a conversation with us, we'll be there to help out. See, so
Yeah. I will
so yeah,
just
so
highlight here. You can see it says, I'm your personal AI. What happens is you ask a question and then it will filter you through to a live person pretty quick. But we want to get you questions. We want to get you answers real quick. And more we're seeing databases and resources are often faster than people now, but there are still, to speak with a human, simply ask. So just to clarify that, if some of you are like, whoa, you said talk to a person and it says AI, no, it's both.
Yeah.
Um,
So in this case, like if you were to ask, how do I include the day in my text message? Like it would look through
yeah,
our help documents and say,
yeah,
I think I
100%.
found the answer for you. And if you're like, that's not it, I need to talk to someone, then boom,
Yeah.
we would connect you with someone. And that handoff is usually within a minute, sometimes, as long as 3. But the
Yeah.
AI
So
is instant. So
let's just blitz some hot tips, because some of you, again, we want actions. Some of you
yes.
who are watching this, we've kind of blitzed over some things, but I want to lock in the learning here. Personalizing text messages, emojis, those are great ways to personalize. You can see we've got a little wavy icon. So that's one hot tip. Some of you want to review your text and find kind of a cute or fun emoji. Don't overdo it. Just something here or there that makes it feel personal. So if you're writing emojis, adding a selfie, especially to a new lead, the first new lead one. So for example, it actually says add selfie here. So there's usually indications where it's recommended. Alex, tell us the value of adding a selfie to new lead text and then also appointment. Those are the main 2 we have recommended to add text.
Yeah. So
Notice.
what we found, we work with thousands of insurance agents across the nation. So we get feedback on a regular basis. And then we take that feedback and then, we test it across other agents. And what we found is this. Number one, including a selfie when you have a new lead, somebody fills out a Facebook form,
Yeah.
like, maybe you buy a lead and you import it, whatever that looks like. You want to send a professional photo with that first message that goes out to someone. Okay. So that would be like a professional selfie, something that's got, got a good look to it. Now, in your appointment confirmation, somebody reaches out, they scheduled an appointment, and you want to confirm that appointment. Again, include a selfie there. The reason why I have you including a selfie on both the new lead, when it's like, hey, you filled out my form, let's schedule a time to talk. And then again, when they schedule an appointment, you don't want to assume that they remember what you look like. Sometimes there could be a gap of days between the time that they got that first text until the time that they requested an appointment. So use a selfie. Heck, use a different one, right? Use 2 different selfies if you want. But in the appointment confirmation, you'll notice that 24 hours before the appointment, I encourage you to include another photo. For that one, take a photo with your family or take a photo of you enjoying a hobby. We want this to be like a fun, lighthearted photo. It'll be a great way for you to introduce that topic on your call.
Yeah.
So, for example, one
Yeah.
of my clients, he loves playing pickleball. He's got a photo of him holding a pickleball paddle, right? So now when he talks to people, they can be like, "Oh, you're a pickleballer," and it's a great way to start the conversation, right? And then last but not least, in the
Yeah.
appointment confirmation workflow, you'll see 30 minutes before we say, hey, include a selfie of you holding your phone. And I mean that literally. You should be taking a photo of you holding your phone. And in the text message, it's like, hey, I'm going to call you in 30 minutes and you're holding the phone. It's got like, hey, this is it. Like, I'm calling you. So we've
Yeah.
noticed that with those 3 text messages and the accompanying photos, the show up rate for appointments has skyrocketed for our users when they use that combination.
Yeah. 100%. Again, this is increasing show rate and it's building connection. That's kind of the main point of these things. So emojis, selfies, custom values like days. Those are 3 hot tips just to maybe take some of your text. That's for new users. That's for anyone watching this video. Highly recommend to kind of tweak some of your messages to enhance your connection. But again, let's zoom up for a second just to iterate. You do not need to modify too much. These are definitely upgrades. But if some of you are like, man, I just want to start using it, by all means, you do not have to add these extra things, but they will definitely increase your impact in the system. Yeah. Any last hot tips on personalizing? We've got the emojis. We've got, again, selfie. We've got, so write this down if you guys are like, no, actually, I need to do something here. Emojis, selfies, and custom values for day. Right now, day. Any other hot tips before we move on?
I think that's it, man. So that's the workflows. That's so important to just kind of review it, make sure it's got your brand and your voice. We talked a lot in a previous training on our website. I don't want to dip our toes too deep into that, but I do want to say, go through the customizer, fill in all those fields, all the individual fields, upload the photos. That's going to help so much, making everything look really good. And then after you've done that, after you've uploaded the customizer and you've gone through your workflows, take a quick peek at the website that we've got for you. Go ahead and just show them that briefly. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but for the life insurance funnel, we're on the life insurance workflows. There's the life insurance funnels. You can click on that. And then in there, again, I just want you to check it out. I want you to be familiar with the assets that we've created for you. We have a single funnel. On that funnel, we've got your homepage where we talk about life insurance. Then we've got a calendar page. That's another step. And then we have thought of everything that we possibly can to make this easy for you, which is why on this funnel, you also have pages for a privacy policy and a terms. We do that for your A2P. We do that for your Facebook ads that you're running. We have written this out to not only protect you, but we've also written this out so that you have pre-made content ready to go, so that when you are ready to start marketing, when you are ready to start promoting, you have an entire website built out that's there for you. So, and as you can see in the preview, it's branded. Like Will filled out the customizer. It's got his logo. It's got the social media icons where he entered values. So it checks, like, do we display a Facebook icon? It won't if it's an empty value in the customizer. So if you don't have a Facebook page and you don't fill that in, that logo won't show up. So, so we've really tried to do our very best to make this easy for you to get up and going. And again, please go through the content, check it out. But we've put this whole thing together for you. We want this to be a website you can send people to proudly, confidently, knowing that it's a good representation of the product, and it's easy for people that are on your list to schedule an appointment with you. So yeah. Anything else before on the website before we move over into the pipeline stage?
No, we do a deep dive into the website. Again, I'm trying to point to you where you can find deeper dive resources on the YouTube channel, Master Marketing and Websites. That's a full session on the page. You can see you will want to experiment. Sometimes, like, that's a long bio. I would recommend half that will look a lot better. Sometimes your colors, tweak it. But last thing I'll talk about on funnels, we're trying to just cover some introductory things, some of the things that you might be wondering about. Funnels, websites, landing pages. What's the difference? Honestly, they're kind of all the same. In most cases, we're talking about funnels, but the goal is a web page that people can come to. In terms of a funnel, the real methodology is about moving people to action. I just don't want you to get confused. Funnels, websites, kind of the same thing. We're mainly doing funnels. I hate that we even have two tabs, to be honest, but funnels. That's what you guys are going to focus on. It's kind of more marketing speak, but funnel, landing page, website, kind of all the same thing, to be honest. So
yeah. So let's go over pipelines real quick, and then we'll go over action steps. Action steps for people who are already clients, and action steps for people who are prospects. So under life insurance, you'll notice that we have two workflows that are going to be there for you, ready to be populated. One is new lead. These are people that have not yet made a commitment to work with you. So you'll see where they're at in the pipeline. You can see they're in new lead, or they're in the nurturing sequence, or they've got an appointment with you. The way that you update them and trigger automations is either A, they take action with you. For example, when they schedule an appointment, they are automatically going to be moved over into the appointment set pipeline. So you'll see, oh, here's all the appointments that I have coming up. Now, if they no show, check this out. All you got to do is drag them, drop them over there, bang,
Boom.
workflow fires off, sends them some text messages and some emails to get them back on the calendar saying, hey, I'm so sorry I missed you. And then boom, once they set an appointment again, they get dropped right back into the appointment set workflow. And then those text messages and emails start again with the new appointment date and time. So we've got that built out. And then the other pipeline is for when you actually make a sale. So yay, sales made. What happens? Well, we have a new client workflow. And then after I believe it's 10 days after they've become a new client, it automatically triggers a request for a referral. Did you know that I think it's 89% of the people that buy from you will happily send you a referral when asked, but only 11% of salespeople ask for referrals. So in lieu of giving you another task on your to-do list, why don't we just automate the process, Will? Why don't we just make it so that when they make a sale, we just automatically set it up so that they ask for a referral? That's what we've done for you. Our goal is that Agent CRM helps you not only organize your business, but creates new opportunities for you that you would not have had if you were not using Agent CRM. So with that, 100%. We have the referrals request. And then you can see there just by looking, we also have cross-sell. What? Yeah, we're trying to maximize the value of every single client. We have workflows that fire off, inviting them to jump on your calendar to learn about a new product. So for life insurance, I think it's like long-term care and IULs. I forget exactly which ones, but anyway, for every single product that we have different cross-sell. So.
And let's just highlight for a second here. Again, we've shown websites, we've shown emails, we've shown automations, and you'll notice the same system in here. This is another hot tip for how to actually learn this system is take some time. Maybe some of you need to write this down. Automations, opportunities, and email templates. That's in marketing. So what you're going to do is take some time maybe after this call, and you're going to peek around. We talked about referrals. Let's quickly highlight that. A lot of these pieces are moving automatically. So what happens if I see a card that's in the 5.0 black referral stage, what is actually happening? Okay, well, let's look at the brains again. Automation, life insurance, 5.0 black referral request. Okay, we've got one workflow in this folder. What's happening? If I see a card on that stage, okay, we got the triggers. Remember, the trigger is a chain of events. So I can actually add a tag. Some of you have a whole schwack of clients, and maybe your action step is to actually select all your clients and just add this tag and blast them with a request.
Yep. Absolutely. That's exactly what I was going to suggest to do. It's exactly what I was going to suggest to do for the clients. Yep.
100%. Now, just one thing I will mention, we've made some updates to the automations. So some of you, this is what I'm looking at now is the older version. There is a newer version, but the point is if you add the tag right now, there will be a 10-day wait step. So if you want, you can remove this or shorten it. But if you blast them on the old version, which I'm looking at, which some of you might still have, can't remember fully the new one, but it won't send immediately based on this 10-day wait step. So that's a little asterisk. We made a great improvement, not necessary improvement, but that's the one thing I will highlight here. So you add the tag, that's the trigger. It blasts the message. So they're in the 5.0 stage now. Okay, what's happening when they're in that stage? It's going to send them an email. Thanks for choosing me. I'd love to help your friends and family too. Let's look at that email. Again, learning is just exploring. We're kind of peeking around. Hope you're feeling great about your new life insurance plan. It was a pleasure helping you find the right coverage. Okay. If you know anyone who might need the same kind of help, I'd love it if you could refer them to me. Your trust means a lot, and I'd be happy to assist your friends and family too. Thanks for choosing me to be your guide through this process. Feels personal, feels great, awesome. I like that. Or maybe you want to change it. do your thing. Preview it. Oh, that looks great. So you're not spending time typing these. You're not even remembering to do these things. You just drag them or tag them. And behind the scenes, email, then a text. Hey, hope you're happy with your new life insurance plan. If you know anyone else who could use my help, love a referral. Thanks for trusting me. And then wait 6 months. We've got another one. You can change the timing if you want to, but the point is you can find your way around the system, and these things are happening behind the scenes to increase your show rate, to increase your conversions, to nurture your active clients better, to hopefully stir up some referrals automatically, maybe to cross-sell automatically, but everything kind of aligns here. 5.0 Black aligns with that stage that we came from in the opportunity section. So let's just kind of come back home to where we started. 5.0 referral.
Boom. So for those of you that are on the call, you're like, okay, I'm in Agent CRM. I have this new bundle, which by the way is free, y'all. It's in the click and play assets. It's free for you. It's included in your subscription.
Yep.
What do I do now? Yeah, what do I do now? So, well, go into your contacts, and inside of your contacts, you've already got them imported. Amazing. If you don't already have them imported, then no problem. You can simply import them there. With that, it'll help you map the fields out. And then what I want you to do is, now you may have to do this manually, as you can see here with Will. He's got one person with the tag. The rest of these are all just, you can tell that they're test contacts. They're not real. And so what you can do to add these people, so he's got them all selected. All 8 of our fake contacts are selected. And then he's going to add them to a workflow. And so the way that he does that is you can either add a tag. And so go ahead and, pretend like we're going to add them to the referral. Yeah, perfect. And then tags, and you just
that's just a note, just so you guys know, action name is just internal tracking. Doesn't really matter. Just type something that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you just add the tag. So that's, if you don't know, just type the action. Again, you can see even the tags. Hopefully you can see from where I'm standing.
Even the tags are color coded with numbers. Isn't that epic?
So let's do, you can see here, life insurance 5.0 Black. So add the tag. So I'm actually going to do this. I don't think it will trigger tag addition. I can dismiss it. So the tag is the trigger. Remember, triggers set off chains of events. So if I add the tag, boom, Will Winter, myself, is now in this workflow. I'm probably going to get some emails coming through my personal email now. And that's how you do it.
Yep.
That's the way that corresponds with the bundles. I'm assuming you want to talk about the add to automation as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they are a prospect, I recommend adding them to the nurturing sequence and not the new lead, the nurturing sequence, because the nurturing is a lot of value-packed emails that, in this case, we're talking about life insurance. They go over what life insurance is, how it can protect you and your family, what are some of the benefits. So you would add them to the life insurance lead nurture campaign. What that does is it sends them an email a month for a year. When they jump on your calendar, then you're good to go. So every single email includes an invite to your life insurance calendar. So so if they're a client, ask them for a referral. Let Agent CRM go to work for you to generate some new business for you. If they are a prospect, they haven't taken action yet, no problem. Add them to the nurturing sequence. So those are the 2 lanes I recommend. Now, when you are running Agent CRM and you're getting real-time leads, then you want them to go into your new lead campaign that you have. That's set up to speed the lead, get those new leads on your calendar as quickly as possible. But if they've been in your database for a while, getting an email that says, hey, you just filled out my form, they're going to be like, no, I didn't. It's been a while since I've heard from you, right? So that's why the nurturing sequence is there. The nurturing sequence is also there for people that fill out a Facebook form or, you've purchased a lead, they're from a vendor, and they don't take action in the first 14 days. We simply move them from the new lead workflow into the nurturing so that we stay top of mind on all those people. you guys may be shocked to hear how many agents have told me that many of their clients finally scheduled a call after getting emails for 3 months, 6 months, even longer. So much of what we do as life insurance agents is simply stay in the conversation. Make sure that you continue to email and be present with them. We'll talk more about some of those tips later. We're not going into some of that omnipresence right now. What I want to focus on right now is the workflows. Stay in their inbox. Send these messages.
Yep.
We've gotten them written out.
Yeah, 100%. We've got a few minutes left. I'd love to hear some questions in the chat, either a question or a takeaway. What are you committing to, or what do you want to know? We can bang out some questions on the last few minutes here. Again, there's so many resources. While you guys are typing out any questions or takeaways, last thing I do want to identify with automations. I said triggers set off a chain of events. Sometimes you will notice, let's see here, Alex triggered my memory for this.
Yeah.
You'll notice this one has a trigger, but also at the end of this sequence, there is an action to add to a workflow. So some of your workflows, you're like, there is no trigger. What's happening? It's likely because it's designed to have been triggered in another workflow from one of the actions. So that's just a little clarity here. I'm not seeing any questions at the moment, but I do want to
show
just
off some of our support.
Yeah, that's a great thought here. So support options, the little red thing means something new is there. So if you guys are looking at the menu, click and play assets, new stuff, group coaching session, that's what you guys are on or watching. The support hub is kind of the main, like this is where you can see the different options, calling, create a ticket directly from inside of the system. This is my preferred way to receive your support requests. If it's like technical, like not getting solved by the chat box. Live Zoom Q&A, I'll go to that in a second. Facebook support group, thriving community, not just for, hey, I need help, but hey, inspire me. What are other users doing with the system? What other questions are they having? What are they optimizing for Medicare or stuff like that? Affiliates. So this is like the hub, the main place here. But if I go back, support options, training videos, you can see here live replays. This is going to link to YouTube. Training and onboarding. This is going to be one of the best feature focused training videos where we're going to break down. Some people were asking me this morning, hey, Power Dialer, I want to learn more about that. There is a very specific, like 3-minute video on Power Dialer in here, AI guide. So peek around, but this is going to be one of the best resources for you guys. Let's just cover that here. How do I use the phone system? Check it out. Places to dial. There's a full, 3-4 minute video, Power Dialer customization. So support options. Awesome. Let's go to the live Q&A because we mentioned that. Monday to Friday, 7 till 1 and 2 till 6 p.m. Pacific. We've got live drop-in troubleshooting, quick question type Zoom call. They will not build out your system for you. They will just kind of help guide you through any snags along the way. We do have one-on-one assistance available. Some of you already are realizing I need to shortcut my success. I'm going to hire someone to help with that. But if an agent has a website that's already in place, how can I import in the CRM platform? I'm seeing Zara says live troubleshooting, super helpful. Thank you, Zara. If you have a website built elsewhere, what I would recommend is keeping it there, unless you want to use ours and you're like, no, Will, yours is so fine. I want to use yours instead. But if you want to use your own existing website elsewhere, one of the things that you're going to need to do is kind of build a bridge. How is data, how are forms, how are bookings going to get from your website into the system so that you can track information, track stages, track contacts and appointments. So whether it is, let's see here, Manny, do you collect a contact request form? Do you book appointments? You can type in the chat what you are primarily using, but likely what you're going to do is you're going to find the calendar. So settings, calendars, speak with your blank agent. That's the one. Let's see. I've got an active one here. You're going to potentially edit, not edit, sorry. You're going to embed this calendar. So share, and then there's actually an embed code. So you can plunk this calendar onto your existing website, hosted elsewhere, so that when they book, data comes into the system and you still use your website. So that's one way. Or you could just link, like you can just say, click here to go to my calendar, and it will kind of come to a page like this. So embed or link on a button, or you can do the exact same thing with a form. So sites, form builder, sites, form builder, you're going to find or build a new form like contact us. That's a pretty straightforward one. Share, not share, contact us. Let's edit it. You can actually see what the form looks like. And we're just building, again, like a data bridge so that you don't have to rebuild or change your website. You just have to plunk this little connection point into your system. So I've made it pretty so that it shows up nice on the website. That's why you can't read this. Let's just change that to black. So you're going to integrate, and again, pop up, inline. A lot of this are for our own stuff, but you can copy an embed code and then embed it on your existing website. That way, this form lives on our system, collects information on our system, but is visible on your website. If you want to collect additional information, let's see. Some people, it's like, hey, I want to know if you smoke, because that impacts a thing here. There's lots of tweaks that you can make. You can play around. You can make it pretty. You can add all the questions you can imagine. But that would be how you connect to an existing website. All right. And yeah, live Q&A, great place to drop in. If you're like, I tried it, Will, but I forgot a step. Help me. Ahmed is an amazing troubleshooter. He'll be waiting for you if you need help. All right. All right. I'm 3 minutes over. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Check out the replays. Take action, take action, take action. That's what's going to help you to succeed, not just with Agent CRM, but it's kind of just a life principle. Let's be honest. Thank you, Zara, for the feedback. Super helpful. Yep. Keep joining. Keep sharing your takeaways, your wins. Throw some comments in the Facebook group about what you learned. And wishing you guys massive success. It's Monday here, so we've got a whole week to take action. All the best, guys, and bye for now.